Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Shawn, real time, chasing greatness and challenging the basics. What's your basics? Today, I'm thinking about how you can upgrade your values. I was watching a video. I'm always on YouTube trying to just elevate my thoughts and my ideals and improve my quality of life, because that's what life is all about. You know, having a great experience and also having goals that you achieve and experience the rewards of achieving those goals and enjoying the journey. So elevating your values. I was watching Eric Thomas on the video talking about that, and I thought, how can I give my viewers a better idea of how that's possible? For my older viewers, I got this book here, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's a great book to read and check out and really get in touch with a lot of different ideals that you had at one point, or dreams or goals that you had at one point that you really want to make sure that you reconnect with. Because I think that life is a much better journey if you have a destination. Like Les Brown said in a few of his videos and CDs and tapes, you having those goals may very well save your life at one point. You know, you having a pursuit, something that you're after, the chase, you know, that process, that hunt, that's really important in life to have those things. And like we already know, plans will shift. Plans will have alternative plans, but goals usually never change until we achieve those goals. And that's really important that we do that, achieve those goals. But first and foremost, like Brian Tracy says, we have to make sure that we establish those goals, because goal setting will help to dictate and change the whole scope of your life. Your life will move at a totally different momentum, and that's really important, because we always want to make sure that we're making movement and progressing towards the things that are much more important to us than wasted time. Speaking of wasted time, upgrading our values, master thought. Excuse me. What does that mean when I say master thought? Well, master your thought. Have a significant science behind the process in which you go about life. So how can I master thought? Shawn, how can I upgrade my values? The very first thing that you want to do is you got to have that goal. You got to have an ideal about where you're going. What's your trajectory? What's your outcome? What's your end result? You need to know what that is. And the best way to do that is to upgrade your values. Invest in your mind. Read books. Expose yourself to new ideals. You got to step outside of your comfort zone, and that's really important. So what's the best way to do that if I don't have the resources or resourcefulness to step outside of my comfort zone? And that's to go through books like the book I suggested earlier, Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist. There are a lot of other books out there. That book in particular talks about people who have lost sight and lost touch with goals. They trade their goals and ideals of what's possible for complacency. And I think that's one of the greatest enemies known to man, myself, is complacency. Don't settle. Never settle. You got to pursue what you want, because it's your life. There was a movie I was watching, After Earth, with Will Smith and his son, and it talked about a few different spots in the movies. In the movie, he would say, take a knee. Root yourself in this moment. Sight, smell, sound. How do you feel? Because this moment will be of your creation. You must recognize your power. And it's the same thing in life. As you go through life, from moment to moment, you have to make sure that you root yourself in the moment. That you have to capture and hold captive each moment that you have and make it of your creation. Recognize your power and know and understand what's possible, because the only limitations that you have are the ones that you set up in your mind. And like you know and understand, it's going to take time, and has taken time for you to set up those limitations in your mind. And it's also going to take time for you to unset up those limitations that are up in your mind. And so you have to really make sure that you're focusing on and restructuring your psychology of what's possible. A lot of ways that this is done is by self-talk. And self-talk happens as a result of our experiences. But our experiences are just a reference point. It's not the end-all, be-all of any given situation or the outcome. You know, that goal. The best way to restructure your mastering thought or your science, your reference point, your what's possible, those limitations that you have in your mind, is to expose yourself to the equal. Different results. You have to expose yourself to different results, and the best way that you can do that is by going to books, going through books, and exposing yourself to different ideals. When we talk about upgrading your values, and you have an end result in mind, the next best thing for you to do is to basically model someone who's got those results that you're after. And there are a lot of people out there who have pursued things, have failed, and have also succeeded. And of course, you want to go after those people who have been very, very successful at doing the things that you want to do. And you want to study them. Because like Anthony Robbins says, success always leaves clues. Success always leaves clues. You want to remember that, and you want to focus on that when you're talking about pursuing your goal and the journey that's involved in it. You know, reason being that you want to really make sure that you understand the science behind achieving the goal, is so that you're not in the process of recreating the wheel, because you'll waste a lot of time in doing that, because there are many people out there who have created the wheel, mastered the wheel, and wrote books, have seminars, give presentations on ways that you can recreate that wheel in a shorter period of time and make it work for you. Excuse me, like Bruce Lee said, you want to accept what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. One of my friends said to me, Jerry, he said, you really want to make sure that you're 100% authentic. And I thought about that a lot after he said that, and the reason being is because when you're 100% authentic, you're the best you. Can you imagine what life is like when you're the best you? Like E.T. said, you superhuman. You different from everybody else. You outside of your comfort zone because you're pursuing a new goal, a new dream, and enjoying the journey and the process. But at the same time, you're also within your comfort zone because you doing it your way. You got your own swag connected to it. You still you while you going after that, which is in turn going to make it a little bit different when you get the end result. Like martial arts, you can teach 10 people the same form and or the same kata, but the way that they execute each move is going to be a little bit different. And reason being is because they're inside of their rhythm, inside of their flow. So you want to be inside of your flow while pursuing the goals that are important to you. You know, and the best way to do that is to make sure that you maximize that commodity, the hottest commodity, that thing that we call time. Because no matter what you do, once you exhaust your time here, you can't get it back. So you want to make sure that you capture the moment. You want to make sure that you master thought. You want to make sure that every mistake that you make, you're learning from it. You want to develop feedback mechanisms to tell you where you went wrong at and how you can do better. And at a base level, the best way to do that is to make sure that you keep notes. Track your progress. Track your victories and also track your failures. Once again, as usual, this your boy Shawn, real time, chasing greatness and challenging the basics. Make sure that you challenge your basics. And again, this is Brayboy Motivation, a Brayboy Motivation Project. Back to living.